Namaste. This sun salutation practice is designed to help wake the body up gently, extending each posture into a hold for 5 to 8 breaths each instead of the traditional flow of a sun salute. Sun salutations, or Surya Namaskar in Sanskrit, can be a complete practice in and of themselves, as they help strengthen and lengthen the body and help improve energy flow. Let's begin our sun salutations in Tadasana, or mountain pose. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Press your palms together in prayer position and rest your thumbs on your chest. Close your eyes and bring awareness to your breath, following the inhale all the way in and the exhale all the way out. Feel the breath move in the nostrils. Feel the breath move in the chest. Notice the breath as it moves in the belly. And try to maintain this awareness of your breath as we move through our practice. Inhale as you reach your arms up and overhead in an upward salute to the sun, Urdhva Hastasana. Gently arch your back with the tailbone slightly tucked and gaze toward the sky, shining your heart upward. Exhale, bring palms together as you fold forward from the hips. Bend your knees if necessary. Rest your hands beside your feet and bring your nose toward your knees into standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale as you lift your torso halfway, coming into half standing forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine so your back is flat, torso parallel to the ground, heart shining downward, neck long, and chin slightly tucked. Palms can rest on shins. Exhale, bend your knees, step one foot back at a time into a high push-up. With hands under shoulders and feet hip distance apart, lower down to the belly. Drop to the knees first if needed. Inhale, press up into Cobra with elbows hugged in at your sides, palms under shoulders. Exhale, tuck your toes under, send your hips up toward the sky, leading with the navel into downward facing dog. Ground through your hands and soles of the feet as you lengthen your spine. Send your sit bones up toward the sky and press the upper body back toward the legs, fingertips gripping your mat. Gaze back toward the navel, let your head hang heavy. Bend your knees and bring your gaze between your hands. Inhale as you step both feet up to your hands and return back to half standing forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Lift your torso halfway, bringing it parallel to the ground, flat spine. Hands can rest on shins or let your fingertips reach for the floor. Exhale as you fold your upper body over your thighs, coming back into a standing fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees if needed. Option to rest your hands beside your legs or bring palms to the back of your calves, pressing gently into the legs to bring your nose toward the knees. With palms pressed tightly together, inhale, rising back to return to your upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms reaching high, gaze comes up toward the ceiling, shine your heart up. Exhale, return your hands to heart center, coming back into Tadasana or mountain pose where we began. Rest your thumbs gently on your chest and return to the connection with your breath. Pausing here for a breath or two before beginning our next round. On your next inhale, return to upward salute or Urdhva Hastasana, tucking the tailbone under, bringing the gaze toward the sky and shining your heart upward. Perhaps you deepen into your back bend if you feel warmed up. Exhale, come into Uttanasana, standing forward fold, palms together, fold from the hips. Bend your knees if necessary. Rest your hands beside the legs and bring your nose toward your knees. Inhale into Ardha Uttanasana, half standing forward fold. Torso parallel with the ground, heart shining down, back of the neck long, chin slightly tucked. Ground down or root down through the bottoms of your feet. Exhale, bend the knees, step the feet back into high plank or high push-up pose. Hands stacked under shoulders, elbows tucking into the chest, lower down to your mat. Inhale up to cobra pose or bhujangasana, elbows hugging into the sides, shoulders drawn down, hips pressing into your mat. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips upward, leading with the navel as you come into downward facing dog. Perhaps you walk out your dog here, bending one knee and lifting the opposite heel, switching back and forth. Press your sit bones up toward the ceiling and then back toward the heels. Let the head hang heavy as you gaze back toward the navel. Inhale, bend the knees, step the feet up to meet the hands, lifting up halfway to your half standing forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Torso parallel with your mat, spine long. Exhale, come into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees to help lessen the intensity on the hamstrings. Or option 2, bring your peace fingers to your big toes. Elbows point out away from the body as you use your grip to bring the torso closer to the top of the legs. Inhale, bring palms together and rise all the way back up to Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Heart shining up toward the ceiling, toward the sky. As the fingertips reach high, tuck the tailbone under and stack hips over ankles. Exhale, palms press tightly into one another as the hands return to heart center. Coming back to Tadasana where we began, rest thumbs on the chest and return to your awareness of your breath. Let's take a resting breath or two here, following the inhale and the exhale. Our next inhale begins our last gentle sun salutation before one sun sal flow at the end. Shine the heart upward here in Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale into Uttanasana, standing forward fold, bent knees if that's what's best for your body this morning. Option to take your forward fold passive, just hanging out here, or make it active with palms pressing into the back of the calves. Inhale up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Flat spine, chin slightly tucked, heart shining downward. Exhale, bend the knees, step one foot back at a time. Elbows tuck into the sides, drop to the knees if necessary, and lower down to the belly. Inhale up to Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Draw your shoulders back, press your hips down, shine your heart forward. Gaze can stay down to alleviate any tension on your neck or lift it up to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the toes under, draw the belly button up toward the spine, lift it toward the chest, and use your core strength to draw the hips up toward the ceiling and back toward the heels. Feel free to walk out your dog here. Grip the mat with your fingertips and press the hips up and back toward the heels. Inhale, bend the knees, bring the gaze between the hands, and step or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Coming up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen the spine, tuck the chin, bring the torso parallel to the ground. Exhale, release into Uttanasana, standing forward fold, drawing the torso toward the top of the legs. Hips stack over heels, root down through the bottoms of the feet. Inhale, bring palms together, rise up strong and tall into your Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Tuck the tailbone under, shine your heart forward. And deepen into your back bend as you feel comfortable. Exhale, palms press into one another, lower hands to heart center, thumbs rest on the chest. Take a resting breath or two here before we begin the last sun salutation of our practice. This last sun salutation will follow the breath with one breath per movement. Inhale the arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting halfway into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend the knees, plant palms, step feet back, lower to the belly with control. Inhale, hug the elbows in, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes under, and come back into downward facing dog. We'll hold this pose for several breaths. Walk out your dog. Shake the head yes and no, loosening up any tension in the neck, or make any movements here that feel good. Inhale, bend the knees, bring the gaze between the hands, and jump or step your feet up to meet your hands, lifting halfway. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale for your last upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands return to heart center. Thumbs rest on the chest. Connect back to your breath. Follow the inhale all the way in and the exhale all the way back out. Option to take your Shavasana here standing, or to come down to your mat, lie on your back, and complete your practice in silent stillness. Resting for as long as you need before you restart the rest of your day. Thank you for allowing me to guide your practice. I hope you take this after yoga feeling out into your day with you. Namaste.